Let's get back to our topic of mastery, right? This will be the final one today. And before we get into it, we just have a little piece here. So Maria, can you read this for us? Right, it's just a little point.
Okay, mastery is a mindset. It requires the capacity to see your abilities not as finite, but as infinitely improvable. Mastery is a pain, and it demands effort, grit, and deliberate practice. Then pimp.
Okay, all right, good, all right. Or Maria. Okay, good. All right, yes. So mastery as a mindset requires the capacity to see your abilities not as finite. Okay. Yes, not as finite.
Infinitely improvable.
Okay, so this is where it gets a bit tricky, right? So we have the word finite, and then its opposite is, we pronounce it infinite. Okay, so for some reason it changes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So not as finite, but as infinitely improvable. Okay. All right. So if something is finite, it means that it can only go so far, right? It's got a boundary on it. Okay. It's like there's a cap on it. It cannot go much further than a certain point.
Well, it's like limits, for example. Yeah, you have some limits. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that's right. That's right. Okay, so like human beings are finite, right? We have limits. Okay. So in this quote, Dan Pink is saying that ability should not be seen as finite, but as infinitely improvable. Okay, so Alona, what do you think that means? They should be seen as infinitely improvable. And consider that infinite is the opposite of finite.
That our abilities have no limits. We
Right.
can
Okay.
improve them infinitely.
Yeah, right. Wonderful. Okay, perfect, right? That they can always be improved, right? It's a process that does not stop. So very nice. Okay, then it says mastery is a pain. It demands effort, grit, and deliberate practice. Okay, so Maria, just with that section, what do you take from this? What do you extract from this? That mastery is a pain. It demands effort, grit, and deliberate practice.
It's a pain. It demands effort and deliberate. And I don't know the word grit actually, because I understand deliberate practice, efforts. Grit or Q or G? Grit.
It's a G, right? It's a G.
Grit. No, I don't know this word. Grit.
Okay, that's right. So grit is like it's like determination. Okay, determination. So mastery is a pain. It demands effort, determination, and deliberate practice. Okay, so yes, I guess this really just means that when we try to learn something, yes, it's a pain sometimes, right? In the beginning, it will hurt. Okay, it won't be an easy process, and you've got to have effort, and you've got to be determined. Okay, the ability to never give up, and you've got to schedule deliberate practice. Okay, so I thought this is a very nice quote, and it also kind of ties into last week and what we saw Robert Greene speaking about when he was talking about Stevie Wonder, and he spoke about how after lots of practice, eventually Stevie Wonder became so good at the piano that the creative genius started to come through. And that's the thing that I think is important, that we have to believe that after we put in lots of time, it'll be hard in the beginning, but then eventually we get so good that it becomes so easy that we can do whatever we want with it. And so it's like, if you learn all the rules of something, then you can actually break the rules. So if you kind of imagine someone like Stevie Wonder, when he was a child, when he was still learning the basics of piano keys, like the Three Blind Mice, if he was just smashing the piano keys, people would have said, well, you know, there's nothing special to it, right? But now he doesn't need to play the things that he was taught when he was younger. He can create his own things now, right? He can do whatever he wants. So the creative genius is now expressed. Okay.